doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread podcast in the house. Hey!
We'll have a little pop-up. Have everybody over. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it.
This is a beautiful thing, man. It's all this blackness, and we all just getting together. We playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking.
And, you know, food is always just the extra, man.
They deprive these people of their basic human rights. You know, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now.
Man, so it's good to have everybody come through.
I love that, man. I love it a lot. More than I could say to you guys.
Right now, we have just learned that Felicity Huffman was sentenced to 14 days in prison, a $30,000 fine, and 250 hours of community service. Danny Savalos is here now to dig into this. And Danny, we talked just a few minutes ago, and you said you didn't think she was going to get prison time. Are you shocked that they went this way, even though it's just 14 days?
I am surprised, and you're exactly right. We're talking about such tiny amounts in a system where hundreds of months feel like the norm. I mean, very draconian sentences in the federal system. 14 days to a month really doesn't seem to make much of a difference, even though another similarly situated co-defendant with a much higher sentencing guidelines range got probation only. But judges have considerable discretion, and they have for at least the last decade since a Supreme Court opinion that rendered all these sentencing guidelines just advisory, and that gives a judge the power to look at each case's individual facts and really go just about anywhere they want within the sentencing guidelines. But you're absolutely right. When we're talking about 30 days versus 14 days versus 0 days, it isn't that much, but to a defendant, it sure is a lot, especially somebody like Felicity Huffman.
Is the judge just trying to make a point here? And my follow-up question, will she actually spend 14 days in jail? We always hear about...
And by Felicity Huffman, he mean a white woman. What's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread podcast. We in the house.
Yo.
Brothers of Doom, Joe Jeff, Big James. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good.
Cool, man.
Let me close this
Living
window.
life to the fullest.
To the fullest. Eating and drinking the finest veggies and
The
fruits.
finest wines and eating the finest cheeses in the land.
Oh man, it's another week, another Friday, another check-in, another covering the topics of the world that we choose fit to discuss here amongst each other. But before we get into that, man, let's do our weekly check-in. How you doing, James?
Yo, I'm straight, man.
Straight?
Just finishing up this phase of my schooling.
Mm-hmm.
So now I start my my solo project. Over the next 2 weeks, I'll be working on that. So that, I mean, the workload drops some, but that's still, you know, like now it's like this is my thing, you know. So gotta make it right. It's something I'm gonna want to present to like potential employers too. So it's got to be like, you know, top notch.
Nice.
But no, everything's cool, man. I mean, for the most part, except, you know, got some family stuff going on, but you know, I ain't gotta talk about it here.
Okay. Well, yeah, we talk. Yeah. Shh. What's going on? What's going on, Joe?
Man, just trying to make it through the weeks, man. So I made it to Friday.
Damn.
Here I am.
There we are.
Yeah.
Hey. Shit, same here. Another day, another taxable dollar. Nothing much going on. In the house, it's me and the boys. Lady Lavender has left us to deal with each other and our testosterone. Hopefully we make it to the weekend. We'll send the SOS out if we need help. Once again, thank y'all for joining. Thanks for y'all for coming in. I know y'all both busy brothers. That video we just played, Felicity Huffman, very prestigious white woman, just wanting to do what any mother would do for their child, and spend a little money, lie on some college applications to make sure her baby gets to a school that her baby really don't even care that she gets into. Yeah. So, this is crazy. I mean, because this has been folding out for the last 6+ months, right?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So if you don't know, there was a pretty nice scandal where basically we found out that these rich people were people who had money, or famous people, were basically paying colleges. The biggest thing was, I guess, they were paying colleges to make spots for their kids on these teams that they really weren't even on, and then helping their young one get into college, but it's still kind of lying on federal applications and forms and things of that nature.
Minor detail.
And you might say, well, okay, what's the big deal about that? Well, I don't know if any of you know a woman by the name of Tanya McDowell. And no, she's not from Coming to America. She is not a daughter of the Golden Dowels or whatever. She got 12 years for sending her son to the wrong school district. So basically, she lied. Well, still a lie. She lied on a form saying that her and her son, or she just, back in the day, people used to do it all the time, just lie and say, I live at this address with my cousin, when they don't. So gave the wrong address so her son could go to a better school district. Kelly Williams Bowler got 3 years and a $30,000 fine for sending her, for basically doing the same thing. So what's the difference? You might ask. Do you two brothers know?
I'll take one's white for $5,000, Alex.
Oh, you would be correct. But it's, and then people go, well, why would they do this? Why would you lie? Why would I want my son or daughter to go lie and go to a better school, give them a better opportunity to go to just a college in general? Or get them up out of the hood?
Yeah, weren't they even homeless?
Well, I don't
She didn't even have an address, did you?
Yeah, I think the Tanya McDowell, I think she's the one who didn't have an address and basically bought her. Yeah, she didn't have an address.
So I mean, technically, if she homeless in that district, she should be good, or whatever.
But I believe with Tanya McDowell. Actually, let me go to this other story. Let me go to this next screen over here. And it kind of is another story by the Hill covered up. The same two women we spoke about. This was the thing that was playing in the background. Close that out. Well, the one woman who got 12 years, and another woman who got, we said Kelly Williams Bowler, she got 9 days in jail in 2011, and she was found guilty of using her father's address instead of her own in an attempt to have her daughters enrolled in a better school district than the Akron, Ohio one they were slated for, according to HuffPost. Yeah. And then we're just scrolling through here. It's pretty much Tanya McDowell. She got 12 years sending her 6-year-old son to Norwalk, Connecticut's Brookside elementary school, while she, quote unquote, as you said, James, lived in Bridgeport even though she was homeless. She was convicted of first-degree larceny for stealing an education.
Yeah, they estimated that the cost of her son's public education was like $15,000, so they were able to charge her with, like, she stole $15,000 basically. That's how she got such a long sentence.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Who's that? Lori Loft?
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
she's her day's still coming. She probably get a little more than 14 days, but I don't know how much more.
She gonna get a fuller house.
Right.
Well played, sir. Well played.
They probably give her like 90 days and make her serve 30.
But I mean, and I knew about this stuff growing up because my mom, after she left the police force, she was the homeschool coordinator for the Hickman Mills School District. So yeah, there's like people now. I mean, she's long retired now. I guess they can come get her. I don't know. There's people now. There's one dude hit me up on Facebook and was like, "Man, I never got a chance to thank your mom for looking the other way." so I mean, just back, you know. I mean, Ruskin was a little rough, but this was before it got real rough like it is now. So people were still trying to get out there and go to school, like Ruskin, or when Hickman Mills was still open. And so at that time when it happened, it was a big deal. He was like, "Yeah, man." It was like probably like 4 or 5 years ago. This random dude hit me up like, "Yeah, man, I want to tell your mama thank you for the longest." I was like, "Damn, nigga, that was like 20 years ago."
Yeah, I'm able to eat off of that.
I mean, yeah, though, but I mean, yeah, but and I bring that up to be like, because people think it's just a simple thing, but if it's a foundation, and the foundation is good and solid, it sets that child up for success. You know, I mean, there is a reason why I like my kids being out there, at least some in North.
No doubt.
Yeah. Oh. You better seem quiet.
We is that a knock at the door?
What?
I don't know. Did the police knock?
Hey, we're looking for your mama, Brenda. She probably still got her police badge in her bag, nigga. They probably let her slide. But yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. How justice can be paid in bulk. How these women. I mean, I guess they all want to do. They all doing the same thing, basically, trying to make their child's plight a little bit better. But some of them got the connection, got the complexion for the connection.
Yeah. And they got it. I mean, they got it. They're white, they're famous, and they got money. So that got them to where they got there with the kids. That's what got their kids in, and then they were able to. They're influencing the court by being famous and by having the money to hire the best lawyer available to make sure that they don't get 12 years on larceny charge. I imagine if what was it, Tanya or whatever, if she had the kind of representation that those other women could afford, she might not have got 12 years. I'm not saying she wouldn't have got nothing, but she probably wouldn't have got 12 years if she had more than the public defender that I'm sure she had. And she was homeless.
Them public defenders be telling you the cop. The public defender got 1,000 cases, man. He ain't trying to take none to trial. He's trying to get cases off his book, so he always gonna try to get you to plead out. Yeah, he probably said if you plead down, they probably give you a little bit of time. He said, 12 years, nigga.
Right. And I'm sure when he said 12 years, the public defender was probably like, "Hey, man, I didn't think it was gonna be like that."
Hold on.
Is that AJ trying to come in?
That's the dealer, dog. He trying to
come in through the back door.
Ooh, he don't like that when people coming through the back door unannounced.
He's not for that.
He's not for that. Hold
Punch a nigga in the face.
I can't. I say he unavailable.
I see him. If I see him, I'll punch him in the face.
I hate that goddamn pedophile.
I hate a pedophile.
Punch a pedophile in the face.
If I see him on the street, I'll fight him.
I'll bite him.
I gotta fight a pedophile if I see him.
Right.
Hello?
Immediately.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
Hey, we were just picking
Hold
on
on
you,
1 second.
bro.
What you doing? What he doing? He said, hold on. But yeah, man.
Put us on hold.
Niggas, dog.
Niggas these days, boy. Niggas these days.
But nah, what?
Nigga called in unprepared.
What you?
He probably drunk. Is he drunk?
Not yet.
You ain't on the reunities, nigga?
Reunited.
Oh, that nigga. Reunity all nice. Reunity so nice. Reunity.
Not really needy on ice, dog.
Oh, Andre.
This motherfucker got that Carlos Rossi, dog, just chugging it away.
That's top of the line wine.
Nah, fellas. I'm on no alcohol this weekend. No alcohol.
No, we don't want you going to sleep.
So you ain't even got a reason to be late, right?
Damn.
Nah, well, yeah, I just got into town.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you back in Kansas City?
Yeah, I'm in Kansas City.
Oh, where you staying?
I'm at my brother's house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, come through or something. Say hi to the boys over here. Come through, say hi.
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
Yes, sir. Anyway, yeah. Well, I didn't know you was coming. You should have said something. I'd have baked the cake.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, not so you ain't on the road. So like, ain't no excuse. So no pedophiles should come up missing this weekend.
No, man, no.
Okay.
Not on the road, nothing like that. And we started yet?
Yeah, we started.
Nigga, we big star. What you doing? You in the middle of it, man.
In the middle of it.
Nigga, get your game up, bro.
Together, man. I always assume that we are on air.
Nigga,
Okay.
this is we live.
What two? Yeah. So we were talking about this. Excuse me.
Especially when we say 9:30 and it's 10 o'clock.
Damn, niggas be paying. Niggas be.
Y'all are shooting hot fire today. Dang.
Hey, just do what Joe do. Call from the car and leave your blinker on for 20 minutes, nigga.
There you go. Well, he know how to do that shit. He do speakerphone, and we can hear every bump in the road. Nigga.
But this nigga had his goddamn microphone in the air vent.
All the fucking pelicans on Lake Pontchartrain trying to call in, nigga.
Mine.
Concentrate, bro.
Nah, but we was in the midst of what it was. Actually, I think Joe and James was falling asleep, but we was in the midst of talking about this college cheating scandal. Felicity Huffman, basically, I think she got to give like 2 hand jobs and smoke a cigarette, and she done her time. But then we were putting in contrast. I don't know if you are keeping up. Like 2012, there were 2 black women. One Kelly Williams Bowler. She got 3 years and was ordered to pay. I think it was like she got 3 years probation because she did like 9 days in jail. But she was ordered to pay $30,000 to the school district. And then there was also Tanya McDowell, who got 12 years for sending her 6-year-old son to elementary school. But the thing was, the plot twist was she was homeless. Mm-hmm. So she used her, I think it was her they say her father's address. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but Felicity Huffman.
Yeah.
Basically, got out scot-free.
So you know what she did, right? Though. You keep up. No, do you know what she kept? Have you been keeping up with that?
Not all the way.
So they had that big NCAA.
What are them pelicans back there?
Right.
No, it's kids, man. It's kids. I told you I'm at my brother's house, man.
He protected them, dog.
Bastards to shut the hell up.
You might have to go outside, buddy. I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
I'm looking out, bro.
Okay. Hold on.
No, so he said, hold on. Okay. I think we're gonna move on to
Go ahead.
Mine?
No, it God damn it, everybody, easy. So it's kind of perfect that the deal is now on for this next topic we're about to move into. So we all, I think we pretty much everyone thinks it's fucked up, and we're gonna keep track of see what what's her name, Lori Lohan? No, I'm horrible with names. Laughlin, whatever the fuck. Another white woman. See, she might have to do 3-hand jobs instead of just 2.
Ooh, three hands. Right.
So Diddler.
Nah, I think it's 2-hand jobs and toss a salad.
Toss a salad. Ooh. No sir. She got to toss a dry salad.
A dry salad.
Chili,
No syrup, no jelly.
Man,
No.
this is a horrible segue as we talk about tossing salads.
That's bad.
I was trying to stop it.
Dude, I told you we needed a chaperone for this episode, bro.
Hey, Lady Lavender, this is all your fault for being in Houston, seeing your people.
Damn.
We needed a chaperone for this episode. But let's do it, man. Let's dive in.
Really? Really, we gonna dive into this one.
And Ludacris.
Joe.
Dive into the
Oh.
Come on, man.
Right on,
Come
Joe.
on, man.
Hey, do I need to come diddle killer you?
Oh my God.
I heard that Freudian slip, bro.
Oh.
I heard that Freudian slip.
I don't know, dog.
Hey.
I heard that Freudian slip,
Hey,
bro.
no.
This
No,
next,
don't get it twisted.
this next segment brought to you by R. Kelly.
Oh man.
Anyway, so
All right.
So up in Alaska at Diamond High School, Brecken Willis, a 17-year-old high school swimmer, drew allegations of discrimination based on body shape. So I mean, I know Joe, because Joe, we both kind of posted it. What about you, 10 meters? You been keeping up with this?
Yes, I have been keeping up with that. Actually, I read.
I bet you have.
I told you I had to go. I had to go to Alaska and handle some business with these people looking at this.
You better specify, bro.
I'm going.
When you get up, when you get up there and slap, hey 10, when you get up there and slap the judge, you gonna tell him to turn the other cheek?
I can slap the other cheek.
No.
Y'all are no.
Sorry.
Y'all are not letting up today.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
But no, I have been keeping up with this one, and but go ahead.
What?
Like, you ain't been keeping up with Buck.
I have been keeping.
This nigga drunk. He said,
I've read this. Come on, dog.
my nigga 10 meters said, I've been keeping up with this.
But
Go ahead.
Man, come on, man.
Let's go sit
This is
down
gonna be one of
somewhere, man.
This is gonna be one of the funniest episodes ever, and y'all digging on me, man. See, you know what? I'm gonna be silent the rest of the podcast, man. I'm gonna be
Nigga, hey, take a swig of that Mad Dog, bro.
okay.
Maybe that's the problem.
You need it or you needy, really?
So
But go ahead.
what we talking about is they going. There was a decision to disqualify this young woman. And she is I believe it says she is a biracial.
After she won the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They disqualified her because of her bathing
You're right. Let me backtrack. So the swim meet up here, and if anyone's ever did any high school sports, every high school team has a uniform. Even the swim team has a uniform. This young lady is wearing the uniform that her school has provided for her.
Right.
So they go to the swim meet, and I think as I read up on her a little bit, she's a pretty good athlete as far as swimming goes. I don't know what else she does outside of that.
Well, it's not only that, but it's like she had an older sister that also was trained by this track. I'm sorry, I said track. Dang it. Swim coach.
Yeah.
Swim coach.
I think she is the older sister. I think she has a younger sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
what's happening is, she's in this swimsuit that probably doesn't fit her correctly. It probably doesn't fit some other girls correctly. It might be too loose. Who knows? We don't know. But she's swimming, does her race, wins her race, and after her race, the judge rules that she had a wedgie, or that her swimsuit was not fitting correctly. And for people who don't swim, this would be like the Arkansas women's track team, which has some very nice looking young ladies down there, running and saying that, oh no, y'all disqualified for the 4x1 because the woman who ran the second leg, her trunks kind of rolled up into her butt cheeks while she was running.
Yeah.
So while you're doing an athletic event, someone decides to say, oh, your uniform that was issued to you by your school has exposed some of your butt cheek, and now you're disqualified.
Yeah.
So my thing is, though, so what the fuck else was the judge looking at?
I would answer that question, but that feels like a trap.
Oh, it is a trap.
I'm gonna answer.
There was a song written about it. Ass. Anyway,
wow.
So wow, what we doing?
Oh wow.
So I'm like, here's a pool with what? At least 6 other young ladies in this pool, right?
Yeah.
And he ain't looking at make sure nobody touch the wall and turn right. Ain't nobody. He looking at this young lady in her ass cheeks. I mean, let's just keep it 100.
Right.
So before the race started, did he see? I'm just trying to figure out where his eyeballs is at.
Well, I mean, before the race started, she probably had it pulled down like normal. It's a swimsuit that's, I guess supposed to be one size fits all, but we know that people have different body types, especially African American women. Right. So she's out there doing the flutter kick, I imagine, probably doing a freestyle stroke, and materials move around. You know what I'm saying? So I think there was basically what happened is that there was a protest to the ruling.
Yep.
And it ends up getting reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I think what I read in the ruling was that if there was something wrong, it should have been stated at the beginning of the competition when it came to the uniform rule. And since it wasn't stated at the beginning of the competition, that's incidental. There was no intent to violate their modesty policy. So judges are given some discretion. But
this is like what we talked about earlier with old boy in the dreadlocks. Why?
It's very similar.
It just seemed to keep happening to niggas.
Similar.
It just seemed to keep happening to niggas.
It just happened.
Yeah, I mean, and I thought I also read where she was also targeted, by the same.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah,
previously.
I was gonna read some of that. So, like we already pointed out, Alaska, it was Diamond High Schools in Anchorage. Alaska Falls National High School standards that call for male swimmers to have their buttocks covered and for girls to have both their buttocks and breasts covered. Willis is wearing the school-issue swimsuit to follow the requirements put forth by the high school sports governing body, a district statement said on Monday. So we scroll down here, and as you were saying, and then we go into her accolades, so we were just speaking like we didn't really address it. No disrespect to her. Willis is one of Alaska's top female swimmers, winning state titles in the 200-meter freestyle, 100-meter butterfly last year. Her sister, Dreamer Kowach, is also a top performer in the pool, having won Alaska's 500-meter freestyle 2018. So they ain't no
That's
slouches.
awesome. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. They ain't no
Black girl magic right there.
Black girl magic.
There you go.
The girl's mother, Megan Kowach, told KTUU, shout out, I don't know who they are, but shout out, that Dreamer had a run-in with the same referee who openly critiqued her suit's fit during the meet. All of it there.
Yeah.
So it's literally the same thing where we talked about it with the young black man who had to cut his dreadlocks, where doing weigh-in and doing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
It was all, nobody said nothing. But then when it's time to get to the mat, the referee won't disqualify him. And we discussed on here, we pretty much all thought it was fucked up, but then we get into the gray area of it, of like these judges are given a lot of leeway, and according to the whatever we think the gray area of the law is, they may or may not be right. So some people might be upset that somebody don't get fired.
I also think they use a lot of discrimination with their, in the way they judge competitions or whatnot. They see this little black kid or African American kid. I should be politically correct for those who are sensitive. Whatever.
Some folks don't like African American, though. You gotta be careful. I'm just saying. So we don't worry about that here, though.
I know, but they see this African American kid who has a little curvier than the other straight up and down white kids, and
whoa, sir, you saying all white kids are straight up and down?
Not all of them.
Like 6 o'clock, boy.
Pretty much. Hey. Anyway, so she's a little curvier and a little bit more mature looking, and so this nasty.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Am I? Okay.
Sorry about
that. And this judge, is basically targeting her because he is, he's a, predetermined pedophile, I think, in my opinion.
I knew we was gonna go there.
We need to put him on
I've been waiting on this, man. I was waiting on this right
here. He is a predetermined pedophile, dog. And predetermined pedophile. I'm serious. I'm sorry, but we need to have him erased, man.
This nigga said not racist, not he's not a racist, he's not a misogynist, he's just a pedophile.
He's a pedophile. I mean, the little girl is 17 years old, man. Okay.
I get that, but I mean, maybe he just don't like niggas swimming. You ever thought about it? Which ain't no better.
Nope, because what was he targeting? The swimsuit did what? The swimsuit just rolled up a little bit.
But maybe
he did what? Disqualified her.
That's the only thing he had to get her disqualified from. That's the only thing. He might be approved. That's that too.
He approved. He disgusted by this show of
flesh.
He wasn't disgusted. No.
Womanality. Is that what it is?
Womanality.
Disgusted.
He walked up and slapped on the ass.
Nigga said womanality.
Right.
Intrigued.
Girl, you better get that ass up out of here with all that cheek showing.
That's basically what he was saying.
He's
a pedophile, dog. I'm sorry.
He's a pedophile. Hey, let me put allegedly, because I don't know if I come back and get us.
Hey, but we don't know though. We don't know. He might just disqualify some white girl for the same thing.
He may have.
Then he'll be a pedophile. And that'll confirm.
How's that confirm he a pedophile, dog? I think
if he disqualifies a white girl for the same reason.
I think your booty lust has grown to unreasonable levels.
I don't have booty lust, bro.
Dude, you got booty lust?
Booty lust.
I don't even know what that is.
Instead of he the diddler. Instead of bloodlust, the booty lust is just. I don't know what's happening right now.
We're having a really bad episode.
We need a chaperone.
We need a bad episode.
I'm just trying to figure out how this man's a pedophile, dog.
Niggas out here running wild and shit, man. Come on, man.
We need to reel it in, dog.
Reel it in.
I mean, obviously he's discriminating because basically of her race and all, but I think
What race is that? The 200 free?
No. The race is because
I only see one race.
What race is that? The human race.
The 200 IM.
The 200
I saw. The 200 IM. That's the only race I saw.
Let's just bottom line this shit. The bottom line is that this girl and her sister has been dominating the swimming scene, which is a big deal up there apparently. The swim scene.
Yes.
And
the whites. For the whites.
Well, who else is up there? It ain't that many.
Damn, man, come on down.
The whites and well, I mean, there's some. What about the Eskimos?
And these girls are light bright.
Yeah, but everybody, it's a small little Alaskan Anchorage ain't that big. Everybody knows that these little girls is mixed.
Yeah,
and these little mixed little nigga girls is
wow. You said let's wrap this up. This nigga just
ruining our good white swim culture, and we got to do something about it.
We tired.
I will take this into my own hands. And take
we tired. We tired having to drain the pool after every meet. We tired of this shit.
God, what stuff is this? You little nigga.
I drain the pool, nigga. Have y'all seen the water bill? Have y'all seen the state's water bill, nigga? About to start pumping some of this goddamn Detroit water in this motherfucker, some of this Flint, Michigan water in this motherfucker.
Nigga had to power wash this motherfucker after every damn meet. Oh man, y'all, we need a chaperone, bro.
I'm sorry.
We needed a chaperone.
That's it. That's
My
it.
bad. My bad. I'm sorry.
That's it.
Nah, real talk though. It's fucked up though. This is a fucked up situation all around.
It's fucked up and we made it worse. So let's just move on.
Bad episode.
But like we gonna move on, dog. But like niggas got daughters, dog. What you gonna do when the referee say your daughter's ass too big? That's why she lost the race.
She won the race though.
She won
the race.
He made sure she lost.
No, nigga, she lost today.
She lost.
Mr. James, Mr. Joe, your daughter's ass too big.
Right. I don't care what.
Not only did she not come in second, nigga, she didn't come in at all. As far as I'm concerned.
Wow. Wow, man.
And next time, and she need to take a shower coming in here smelling like hair grease and fried chicken.
I know what pink moisturizer smell like, nigga. I know that shit smell like.
Smell like cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter in the pool, man.
Smell like cocoa butter.
Look at. Hey, stop putting that Vaseline on that little nigga girl. Just look at the pool. Look like the goddamn what's that oil tanker to crash on the fucking ocean, nigga. All that the Valdez, nigga. Like the goddamn Valdez in them goddamn pool.
Event Horizon, the one.
You said the Event Horizon.
Why the pool like a goddamn rainbow? All these little nigga oil in here.
With all that goddamn freak.
Where the fuck are chaperones?
Nigga, this pool smell like.
This pool is not
Somebody went up to the Family Dollar and get some Dawn.
Pool smell like nigga oil and grapefruit.
Get some Dawn, nigga, like we releasing ducks back out into the environment.
Get some Q-tips.
Oh, you nigger oils.
I know she cheating. I saw her drinking the grape soda before the meet. Get her sugar up.
Kool-Aid, dog.
That was Kool-Aid.
Okay, we gonna try to move on, dog.
Bread ain't even a flavor, dog.
I don't even know what's happening. I don't even know what's happening right now.
I'm mad this nigga took it back to 1955 with nigga day at the pool, though.
You gotta drain the pool.
You gotta drain the pool. Oh, man.
All right, we're gonna be focused, dog.
Whew.
Hold on. Let's get
real facts. That
facts.
The reason that there are so few public pools in this country.
No, for real.
It's because of they didn't want to swim in them, so they turned them all private.
Yeah.
So they didn't have to let us swim.
I mean,
is fact.
Yeah, it's that. What's that one of those famous pictures where it's the motherfucker like pouring some acid into the swimming pool?
That's the St. Augustine incident.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. I appreciate the knowledge. We laughing about it though, but like, that's
real talk.
That's real talk. Niggas like motherfuckers be joking like niggas can't swim because y'all wouldn't let us, motherfucker.
Right, and that's a fact.
That's real. It's real. So I mean, it's ongoing. It's sad that our babies are having to deal with it in 2019.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
But hey, the best revenge is living well.
Right.
I hope her and her sister dominate swimming in the state of Alaska for years. For years to come.
I saw some video of both of them training. They for real.
Yeah.
Like they
take it serious. They take it real.
Yeah. They show some of their training sessions. What they training, them little girls is dead serious about their sport.
Okay.
Yeah. So the best revenge is living well. They got reinstated. They're gonna chastise these people for targeting them. And hopefully they'll get their scholarship and go ahead and.
I think that she said to the ref or whatever, like, this ain't gonna end well for you. It's gonna blow up.
Oh yeah,
I think she told him that when he did it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
He deserved it because it's not like we read I read their accomplishments. We talked about it. It's not lost on anyone here, and no one is foolish enough to believe that these young ladies aren't being targeted. Because I bet you right now they coming in last in all these meets. Nobody say shit.
Not a word.
Not a word. Moving on, man.
In the pool.
Let's get serious, though. Let's get serious about this.
Vice President, I want to come to you and talk to you about inequality in schools and race. In a conversation about how to deal with segregation in schools back in 1975, you told a reporter, "I don't feel responsible for the sins of my father and grandfather. I feel responsible for what the situation is today, for the sins of my own generation, and I'll be damned if I feel responsible to pay for what happened 300 years ago." You said that some 40 years ago. But as you stand here tonight, what responsibility do you think that Americans need to take to repair the legacy of slavery in our country?
Well, they have to deal with look, there is institutional segregation in this country. And from the time I got involved, I started dealing with that. Redlining, banks, making sure that we are in a position where, look, we talk about education. I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, the Title I schools, triple the amount of money we spend, from $15 to $45 billion a year. Give every single teacher a raise to the equal raise of getting out the $60,000 level. Number two, make sure that we bring in to help the teachers deal with the problems that come from home. The problems that come from home, we have one school psychologist for every 1,500 kids in America today. It's crazy. The teachers are retired. I'm married to a teacher. My deceased wife is a teacher. They have every problem coming to them. We have to make sure that every single child does in fact have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds go to school, not daycare, school. We bring social workers into homes of parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear words. A kid coming from a very poor school, or a very poor background, will hear 4 million words fewer spoken by the time they get there. There's so much we. No, I'm going to go like the rest of them do, twice over. Okay?
Come on, nigga. Who got the record player?
Nigga, hey. As I said, dog, that nigga said,
if that don't show his age.
That nigga said TV, no, the radio, nah, fuck that. Put on the record player.
Hey, he is no longer Uncle Joe. He is great Grandpa Joe.
Hey, what you need to do though, really, is let movies play. Get a talkie.
Get the talkie.
Get a talkie.
Get your child a nickel.
Go down to the Nickelodeon.
And turn that little hand crank.
Joe. It ain't lost on me that he put that, like, let's remember Barack Obama shit on Twitter the other day too. They ain't lost on me, Joe.
Dude, that's the only reason that he's polling.
I know. I get it.
That's the only reason that he's polling like he is.
Dude, I like Joe. I just don't want Joe to be my president.
Nah, man.
I like to remember him in the fond way of VP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's remember the old Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like even weird because like the lady said institutional slavery, right? And even he had to change. He couldn't say that word. He's like institutional segregation, which he was talking about for the most part. Cause
institutional slavery. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know I get the question, but it ties back into the opening segment of the show, which is we going to. And he talked about. He did a poor job of talking about it. But if you hear what he's saying, it makes sense. If you pump money back into these communities where the families don't make much, so they have no tax dollars to give to the school district that needs that money to make the education better. Only way to make it better.
Well, let's look. I want to address this question because the Twitter post that you had on that. Is somebody building like an erector set?
Nigga, somebody putting the gimp suit on, nigga. I don't know what's happening.
I heard somebody screaming.
Oh, Anthony ain't said nothing.
Anthony,
I am sitting here.
Are you in Alaska, nigga? Are you in Alaska or are you in the motherfucking Kansas City, nigga?
I'm in Kansas City, dog.
Okay. Oh, man, are you in the?
Did you bring that chair with you?
You in the?
I am sitting on the couch on my phone, dog.
We love you. Go ahead. What you about to say, Joe?
So the Twitter post that originally showed this video basically said that Joe is saying that black folks don't know how to raise their kids. What you think about that?
It's basically what he's saying. That's what I got from it.
But he never
implying that black parents don't know how to raise their own
because
children.
they need help. They need the social workers and.
But did he ever say black though?
To come in. Okay.
I'm asking.
Do we need to go back and dissect it? I don't know.
We can do it. We do it. We got time. We didn't because niggas was like ho humming on the.
Well, he did say poor,
but poor don't mean black.
To Joe Biden does.
So now we're making an assumption. I'm saying I'm asking.
No, he did already. He said in the earlier.
He sure did. He sure did because
just as smart as white kids.
Did he apologize for that?
Sure the hell did. No way.
He did.
Whoa. That is.
But he apologized because he let the truth slip out.
Right. Oh, no one has a Freudian slip. You're right. Not even your favorite.
No, it's fucking Freudian. Yes, it's Freudian, meaning that in his subconscious, that's what he believes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm still trying to figure out if he said black on this thing here.
So we gonna approve this shit?
I guess we got to. I never heard him say black.
Okay. Let's do it.
I think he said black.
But the question is
Vice President, I want to come to you and talk to you about
questions about black people.
I said slavery. I said he should never did it. He should never change the wording. I said I already said I had a problem with that. And I was about to say before you asked I'll let you ask the question. I was about to say he should just apologize for what he said.
See, in this context, he doesn't have to say black. Because in the context of the question and how he's answering it,
oh my god! But so if we just gonna assume, okay, so we have to assume. We have to assume. We have to assume what he means.
Trump is not a racist because he never says nigger.
Trump is not a racist because he never says nigger.
That's trying to do.
Okay, man. Y'all win.
What he says is, there goes my black guy. That's what he says. There goes my black guy.
Y'all win.
Yeah.
I don't feel like arguing because y'all went all over the map to say because I'm basically guessing he didn't say black in this video because y'all was going all over the map.
The woman said slavery.
Right. I get that.
That's
so
I'm saying it doesn't matter if he said black. That's what he.
It does matter to me.
Well, we can approve this shit if you want to. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I know he didn't say black. I listened to it several times already. He just talked about poor and the initial question being slavery.
Well, I know this is your candidate, so I mean it's all good.
It's not my candidate. I already said I don't want him to be my president on this show.
That's your guy.
So brew that shit, nigga, since you gonna be doing the audio.
nigga, Joe your new Hillary, man. Don't front.
Huh?
Oh.
I've already said that I want Joe to run. On like 4 or 5 shows ago. But nigga, he old. He know the fuck he talking about. But we gonna like because Bernie was somewhere in the vicinity of Martin Luther King. I got to worship him. Fuck that too. Fuck them all. But I will vote for cardboard boxes of LeBron James. So whoever get up there, I'm voting for. I'm on record for saying that, bro.
Straight up.
Just straight up.
Cardboard cutout.
Hey, so we done had 3 debates. Who's your pick? Who you got?
Not Joe, but right now, see Bernie.
No, I ain't.
I like Bernie. I like we already said. As far as what's out there right now.
James, you gonna let him get away with that shit, man?
What?
This nigga said he like Bernie.
No, you said as far as like to win the presidency. That's what we got.
Nigga, who you got in the Democratic primary, bro? You got Bernie?
I thought you said who I like so far.
Who do you like so far? You like Bernie? The first one out your mouth was Bernie. You like?
Because Bernie's white. Because Bernie's white ass is on my screen right now. I'm sharing the screen with you.
I'm looking at it.
Oh, that's why he's the first one that came to mind. It ain't like, he's my favorite.
We spent about a fucking hour and a half arguing about Bernie, man.
No, and my thing was I didn't think he was any better than Hillary. That was all I said. I'm sorry that it hurt your feelings. But once again, I will vote for card box cut out LeBron James, nigga. I will vote for pop with them little figurines they got. I'll vote for that nigga on top of a pedestal right now instead of the occupant.
Then it doesn't matter then what.
I don't anybody but Trump, dog. That's what I'm on, and that's what your little friends are the Bernie Bros and everybody else.
I knew they was coming.
Get them, dog. It don't even matter though. I said your little friends, but we can you can say go ahead, but we can act like they didn't cost them the election too by saying him or bust, nigga. That's all I'm saying. They need to get on the same fucking team too. As I am on anybody but the occupant, dog. Anybody but the occupant at this point in time. That's what I'm on. That's what I've been on. Mm-hmm. Back when we was laughing, joking about this nigga being president, when we all knew he was an asshole, a fucking undercover racist, all that shit, I was on, nigga, it could have been Bernie, it could have been Hillary, it could have been motherfucking Bill Clinton in a motherfucking wig, nigga. I'm at the poll voting for him. And that's what I've been on from day one. Now, am I a big fan of Bernie Sanders? No.
R. Kelly in a George Washington wig.
Nigga, R. Kelly in a George Washington wig with motherfucking Thomas Jefferson's little 14-year-old boo on his lap, nigga. I'm voting. What?
That's Sally Hammond.
Sally, yeah, there we go.
Hey,
I've been drinking a little bit. Sally Hammond, I'm voting for them niggas so she can be the first lady. I'm voting for everybody.
Democratic ticket, hey, Democratic ticket. R. Kelly and Bill Cosby.
They getting in, nigga.
2020.
They getting in. They getting in. Hide your kids and hide all the fucking pills for the next 4 years, nigga. They getting in.
And don't drink shit when you go to the White House.
Don't drink shit when you. Hey, that's gonna be on my T-shirt. Hey, peel and piss, nigga. Don't drink nothing at the White House 2020, nigga.
Your head on the swivel.
Don't. As a matter of fact, don't bring nobody under the age of 18 to the White House, nigga.
Did this nigga give him a campaign slogan? Pill and piss.
Pill and piss, nigga. 2020.
Pill and piss 2020.
I really like it.
This episode is in the toilet, dog.
We are without rudder.
But but hold on. I like how James tried to call me out. Like, I already said, like, many episodes ago, I didn't like the Bernie Bros and what them niggas did. This period. I said, I admitted that I didn't like, Bernie got his issues here and there too, but I don't dislike Bernie. I dislike the company. Like, that's not even company he keeps, because he don't fuck with them niggas. He don't know who they are. But the people who like hit you up as soon as you say any even question of Bernie Sanders, nigga, it's like, huh? I can't even question this nigga.
All right, who you got, man? Who you got?
It don't matter who I. At this point in time,
that's what I'm saying. It don't matter.
It don't matter to me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not invested in anyone because I know what's gonna happen. The Democratic Party.
It's no point in asking him because
I'm voting for whoever. Because they all of them have their own issues when it comes to Trump, bro. Because they not gonna get.
All right. Who got the best chance to beat Trump?
I think they're all equal across the board.
Yeah. He don't believe no polls. He told us he don't believe polls.
Oh my God, y'all did the same thing. Y'all made up a new polls.
What polls we make up?
I don't know, man. Let's go back 3 years now and have the same discussion. I don't know.
Let's approve of that shit.
Let's do it.
I found the poll and I put it up in the chat. We ain't gonna get off that.
Yeah, like you found the post after like 2 days before a poll, but okay. Even though she was, we already had the same discussion anyway. So
we already had this discussion.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I think they all equal across the board.
Let's ask somebody who's gonna give us a straight shot. Man, come on, Anthony, who you got?
I got Kamala Harris.
But like a lot of niggas don't fuck with her.
I understand.
But he do.
No, all I'm saying is each of them has their own Achilles heel, and the Democratic Party is they such fuck boys and gals. They won't get together to vote this nigga out the White House. I already got motherfuckers that I know talking about if the person I fuck with don't make it, I'm not voting. And they ain't the only ones. You see it. I mean, I get Twitter ain't reality because here we are all being rational human beings, all pretty much agreeing that, yeah, we got candidates that we really fuck with. Even with you, Joe and James, y'all didn't fuck with Hillary, but niggas went down and voted for Hillary when the time came. So I get Twitter don't represent reality, but there are niggas out there, white folks out there, that are basically saying if my candidate don't get the nomination, it's gonna be 2016 all again, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2016 all again. If we still have that same mentality and same,
and I said 2016, 2017, 2018, I said again today, who gonna beat Trump?
That's what I'm asking you.
I don't right now. I'm not. But you saying who got the best chance versus I can't see none of these niggas beating Trump right now.
So you're saying none of them gonna beat Trump? That's you. You saying nobody? So Trump's winning. That's you.
It's a good chance, bro.
Well, that's a good chance. We understand that.
I'm just saying, dog.
Your vote is Trump got it.
I hope not. There we go.
In all honesty, the only way I think that Trump will get it is, Trump won't win is if the Democrats have solidarity in defeating him because
right you now, on a trap phone?
No, my. Wow.
He on that burner? Burner? This nigga James. Hey, nigga, you on a trap phone?
I'm just saying, dog. This sounds horrible.
So that nigga calling from a CIA bunker, nigga.
Basically in the basement.
Tell me I'm not the only one that hears that.
He breaking up a little bit. He's breaking up a little bit.
Oh, man.
No, hold on. What?
He calling from a bunker, nigga.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.